Welcome to Collectors of the Coast. I am Cash, and I wanted to talk today about what's the crazy stuff going on in the market right now. Earlier today I was on a chat board, and someone was asking about. They were asking about an Onslaught sealed booster box, and I know things have been going kind of crazy with some of the older stuff, but it floored me how quickly they went up. And so I thought we'd have a discussion about some of the older product and where the market has went and where it's going. And then, again, with some of the newer product, what I sort of see happening with it. So I'll start with Onslaught. I got a box here last summer, so I'll give you a clue on this. I bought this thing last summer for $649.95. I bought it from a large outfit. If you're a Canadian, you know them. They're called 401 Games. One of the biggest couple of sites in Canada. Typically pretty good prices, nice people, good customer service and all that kind of stuff. And big shop. Haven't been able to be open because of the pandemic stuff. But anyways, I got it for $649. I hummed and hawed. There was 2 boxes. They had dust on them because they've been sitting for a while. Old boxes. Anyways, I kind of put it aside. It's been in my collection. Didn't want to open it because I only have one of them, and it's a lot of money, right? So anyways, I was on the chat board, and the gentleman said, "Oh, I'm looking for a box of Onslaught. Get maybe some of those old OG fetch lands." And it's a great product, Onslaught. I actually thought it was pretty good value given how old it was when I bought it. But he said, look, I'm looking for one of these. I know the market's been going up. I'll pay like $950, and this was American, for American watchers. So he quickly got shut down, and people said, there now, you're gonna be lucky to get one for $1,500 American. And then I started looking around, and sure enough, as of right now, it looked like most of the listings were for probably $1,700 American. So I wish I bought the second box, obviously. Hey, turn maybe seven. If I wanted to sell this today, $700 turns into basically triple my money if I'm selling it today across the border. Pretty good stuff. Unbelievable. And so this is happening all over the market. I thought it would slow down in the new year, but it seems, if anything, like the last couple of weeks, maybe it's accelerated on some of the products. Gonna get to the point where anything from about 2005 and back that's any good at all, some of the crummier sets you're probably going to still be able to afford. You're probably going to be looking, for the most part, unless you're really wealthy, at single packs. Maybe Fallen Empires. I can't imagine they're going to go above maybe $20-25 a pack. But you're going to get like $1 worth of cards because the set's terrible. So anyways, I just thought that was amazing. So it kind of got the thought process on it, and it's like, how far can this go? There isn't a lot of stock of Onslaught on the market, so you just like, how far can this go? Guilds of Ravnica, really similar kind of thing. I was checking the market, and I bought this again. I bought this last year. I'm not going to go into what I paid for everything, but it was. I think now it's. You're probably looking somewhere between $1,200 and $1,500 for a box, and I think it's a little bit slower on the market right now because it hasn't went up quite as fast, but it's went up. And great set. Again, 2 really great popular sets. Guild Pact, a little bit of a less great popular set. Not a bad set. It's probably around the averagey kind of set where you get some good cards, but amazing. They were maybe $400 last summer. Now you're looking at probably $700-800. So they basically doubled in price, and this just keeps happening over and over. And I'm seeing it all over the place on a lot of these products. So originally people started hitting some of the old products, which were harder to get their hands on, and now it's those ones that there was like decent stock in the market. Ice Age went up from probably $500 to you'd be lucky to get one for $1,000 now. It's probably $1,200-1,300. All of these old products, man, craziness. You're talking $40-50 a pack for Ice Age. I'm saying Ice Age is bad, but it was printed a lot. It's an okay set. It's got some okay cards in it. I think historically, if we were to rate it among sets, it's okay. It's probably around average. It's, it's got some good cards in there, but it's got a lot of junk. Printing quality was not the greatest for Ice Age. Someone was looking for what was it? I can't remember what the card was, but they were looking for a mint condition card from, I think it was Fallen Empires. I don't want to say Fallen Empires. I don't even think you can get a mint. I don't even know if I would ever classify a card from that set as mint. The quality was just so terrible in the printing that you have to make allowances to call it mint. Maybe the best you could get is maybe a lightly played or near mint kind of copy of one of those, and it's literally you would have to take it out of the package with gloves, put it immediately into a double sleeve in a airtight. You're in an airtight room where there's no contaminants, and hope that everyone's been no one's breathed on the pack of cards for years. So, craziness. So it got me thinking to some of those mid-range sets. So things like Innistrad. We are doing a box break on Innistrad right now. I think it's something like $18 a pack. If you're interested, do feel free to message me. But these are going to go up too. Innistrad's going to be a $1,000 box. Not too long. I think within about a couple of years, you'll see Innistrad up at $1,000. There's a decent amount out there, but there's not a ton. It's a nice set. It's a nice box. The art on the box is nice. You get into some of those sets like Lorwyn and Morningtide, which I think for the actual art that they did on the boxes and stuff, probably the best era for just how everything looks, and the packs and everything. Cards themselves, just okay. But not exactly say just okay. They're good. It's a good set. Wow, just amazing what's going on. So, in the recent times, we have been, the last, say, year and a half, we have been mainly talking about the collector boxes. So, I know I did a video a little while ago talking about this stuff, but I just thought I'd go through this again and kind of give you my opinion of stuff. So, earlier in the year, came out, we got to these Commander decks, Commander 2020, and solid decks. I gotta be honest, there's some good cards in the decks. We probably saw them as a little stronger than Commander 19 and Commander 2018. Not as good as 2017. And people are kind of talking about how they're going to age. And I gotta admit, I'm not big on them. They're okay. They have certain limitations to them. I just don't see them spiking a ton, especially now with so many Commander decks coming out. Now that they're bringing out 2 Commander decks with every set, I just think these things are going to be shattered in value. I don't see it holding. I just don't see them going way up. I mean, it might go up a little bit. There's certainly some unique cards in them. Some of these singles will go up. We saw that recently with one of the sets that has Dockside Extortionist, but from 2019, I guess. But overall, I don't see the product going up a ton. I do see some of the I do see things like the Zendikar Rising Commander decks. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them at $50 in not that long. They're a pretty nice product. The commanders are good, and they're fun to play, and they have some decent value in them for what they were. I kind of see them going up to almost the same price as the 2021. So if you're looking where to spend your money, it's hard to decide. It's where's it go. So of course, about a year and a half ago, we had our first collector box come out. People were kind of up and down on the product at the beginning, not too sure. And I got to tell you, Throne of Eldraine collector boxes, they're amazing. And I really think the Throne of Eldraine collector boxes, unless they figure out a way, unless they keep just massively reprinting the cards, I see them as a product that's going to be just like we're kind of at that time right now. I see them going way up. I see them at $600-700 a piece in not too long. They're just great to open. Beyond anything else, the cards inside are good. It's a good, strong set. It's a popular set, and being the first of its kind, wasn't crushed with supply like some of the other ones. I see them as a $600-700 box within probably a year or two. So if you got them, you might want to hold on to them. Throne's going to be great. The next one that came out was Theros, and Theros got annihilated. People were really down on Theros. Again, I think maybe overall there was kind of a weird mix with Theros. Can't get the Elder Giants as well in these collector boxes, which I think does hurt them a lot. But I do think they're still going to age fairly well. There's still a lot of supply of them out there, and it's still pretty cheap. So it's going to take a while for the market to go through on them. But I do think it's still a good product. I still enjoy opening them. I opened some last week. So the next one that came out was there was a lot of talk about, which is the Ikoria, and it came right at the right time when everyone was stuck at home. And out of the gate, they were red hot. And then that said, after a little bit of time, people kind of got out of the Godzilla thing. And this is the one I'm a little, probably the least sure on what it's going to do. Certainly there's some of those cards that are a bit rarer in it and they're harder to get. And so some of them may go up. I don't have a good read on the set. They kind of nerfed they nerfed the companions, so I don't know what that's going to do long term, but I mean still some of the companions like Luris is still like a $10 card or whatever. It's he's easy to pull. So that one I'm not sure about. It never really went down to really cheap. Probably been the one that held its price the best of all of the first ones, where we didn't see any fluctuations on it. Next one, actually, it's kind of funny. This one kind of held its price. Super steady product, Core Set 2021. Super steady product out of the gate. It's kind of held its price. Noticing people are a little down on it lately, and we're starting to see some cheaper prices on the market. When I did an advertisement for trying to do a box break on it, I didn't get a lot of interest, and which is a surprise because I think it's a pretty good product. The lands are beautiful. The basic lands are beautiful in them, and you get one of those, so you get a couple bucks on your lands all the time. But the lands haven't seemed to take off as much for price, which is actually surprises me that the Theros ones have held as much as they have, and that the Core 2021 good reprints in the set. Some pretty good original cards as well. Maybe not home run cards other than the reprints, but some good cards. I see it overall as a good core set. When it came out, I said I thought it was maybe one of the best core sets that's come out. Might change my mind. Core set 2020 is pretty good now that I really look back at it. But it's a really good set. That said, if I was to invest, probably not the one I'd invest in. I don't see it being a home run. Next one to come out was Zendikar Rising, and Zendikar Rising was funny. So when Zendikar Rising came out, I got a decent amount of it, but I was having a bit of a hard time getting it off the start, and I guess people just hoarded it. I guess because the fetches, maybe people hoarded it at the gate, and customer confidence on it really went down because the set itself, again, it just mainly has the fetch lands, the expeditions that have value in it. And so off the gate, it kind of went, and then it just kind of did this going into Commander Legends. And we've seen sort of the price come back, but it hasn't went really high. It's still, you can still get them for a pretty good price out on the market. So it's kind of a funny one. I think actually it's going to really age well. I think it might actually be a bit of a sleeper set. I mean, it's got expeditions. You can get foil expedition Scalding Tarns in it, and it's a sleeper. So. But it might be one of the sleepers. I think for me, I really like Throne of Eldraine the most out of these products. It actually might be the second. And then last but not least that we've had Commander Legends. We've got Kaldheim coming out shortly, but we've got Commander Legends. Commander Legends really hot out of the gate. Market went super crazy on it. Supply and demand, brutal to get it, brutal to find. Seems like maybe they did at least a little bit more of a controlled print run on it compared to a couple of maybe the previous few. And just a really strong set overall. Good reprints, a couple of home run chase cards in it. It can't help but age fairly well. I just wonder over time with Commander Legends, because it's been hard to get. It was hard to get cheap to begin with. So if you're a store and you got it for cheap and you're just sitting on boxes of them, I'm sure you'll make a good amount of money in time. It wouldn't surprise me if it's $500 in a year and a half from now. But for the most part, for the market, people are having a hard time getting them for less than for a good price. So is it going to go up? the foils bend like crazy. The foils are nigh unplayable a lot of times unless you like triple sleeve them and seal them in a container that just can't get air. They bend like crazy, and I just don't know what that's gonna mean long term. For me, it's a pain in the ass. I almost I don't like the product. I don't want to keep my cards because they bend. I'd rather have I'd rather have all the non-foil versions of all these full arts because they bend. Now the etched, they seem to be aging well. I know that Achroma has aged really well, and people really want that. And Sakashima is really expensive, and it's not too bad to pull. So it's going to be an interesting one to see how they do. I guess it depends, like all of these products, how much do they reprint the snot out of things? Do we see some of these cards reprinted again in the next set or two? If it goes 2 years and we don't see Sakashima reprinted in some kind of product, then it'll be great. But I feel like they're probably going to throw them in a Challenger deck or something coming out early next year, and it's not good. So anyways, those are my thoughts on the products. Kaldheim coming out, just a quick word of caution about the set. There's some good cards in Kaldheim. It's a good set. It's a solid set. It is not a home run set. I'm just gonna say it. It is not a home run set. There's gonna be hype coming up in the next week or two. You should not be paying $400 for a collector box of Kaldheim if you're in Canada. You should not be paying $300 for a collector box of Kaldheim in the USA. It's just not good enough to hold those values. There's not the chase cards in it. I'm sorry. Vorinclex is really good, but I don't know what else there's going to be another chase card. You should think of it as a value set. It's a really nice set. It's going to be fun to open. The art's great. The fancy borders are really nice, but it's more like a Theros than it is like a Commander Legends or a Throne of Eldraine. Anyway, those are my words of wisdom. Everyone have a magical day. Thank you for watching Collectors of the Coast. Please subscribe and like below. If you like our content, please consider becoming a patron. Patrons help us grow the channel, and I'll get great deals and more. Check us out on Discord if you'd like to become a part of the community. The information to join the Discord is in the description below.